Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Kitchen Table Magic, where I showcase 60 card decks that are fun to play and fun to buy. I'm your host, and also former creepy baby from Death Stranding, Aiden. This week we have a deck based around the Townlands from Final Fantasy. Now, if you've played the Final Fantasy set at all, especially in Draft, you'll know that the Townlands in general are just underwhelming dual lands, sometimes colorless lands with an ability, but none of them really stand out as hard hitters. As well, along with that, the support cards aren't that great. We've got Travel at the Overworld, the Wandering Minstrel, Poo Poo UFO, and Town Greeter and Reach the Horizon, neither of which are that good, but there's only really half a deck here. So what I've done is I've taken that and I've added in some very good generic landfall cards, such as Dragonback Assault, which makes dragons, Spelunking, which makes our lands untapped, and is a very, very fun card to play with in general. And then I've added some meta hits down here. These 8 cards are all meant to break, or at least give you a chance against some of the best decks in the meta. Aetherize is really good against aggro decks, whatever mono red is still out there, or prowess. Aetherize will help save you. It's also really, really good against the mono green landfall deck, which I've been seeing around a lot, revolving around Zaz Chocobo and Tifa. And Aetherize just lets you bounce their really big attack that they've worked so hard for back to their hand and make them have to reset. Often is a 3-turn setback while they get their lands back into play and rebuild everything, and I just have the mana to play it all. Pawpatch Formation is in here mostly for mono black, but it also removes enchantments. The removing creatures with flying lets you hit their bats so that they can't take stuff out of your hand, and if you don't happen to have a target for it, which is rare because there are a lot of enchantments flying around right now, you can draw a card and make a food token, which gives you a little bit of life gain. As for the cards that actually work with towns, we have Travel the Overworld, which lets us draw 4 cards, Wandering Minstrel, which makes 2/2s once we have enough towns and can make our lands untapped, and Poo Poo UFO, which is our sneaky win con by powering it up, often making it a 10-4 or even a 15-16-4 at times, depending on how many towns we have. We also have Balam Garden, which can transform into a 5/4 flyer that draws us a card when it attacks for 2 mana once we have enough lands, or once we have enough towns specifically. We also have kind of a wild card out here, Omega Heartless Evolution. I have one in the main deck, one in the sideboard, because I do play 2 in the main deck at one point, but I switch it out for 1. When this enters, it taps a creature and puts a number of stun counters on it equal to the number of non-basic lands. Since we only have 2 basics, that is a lot. This is basically a removal spell unless the game goes extraordinarily long, which has never happened to me, because you either are winning with Poo Poo UFO or Dragons from Dragonback Assault, or you're losing, regardless of Omega. But it's a fun card, and it does combo very well with a lot of non-basics, but the synergy, it's a little iffy at times. I'll be upfront with you, this deck is a lot of fun, but it is not particularly competitive. That is why I've had to dedicate a full 8 cards in the deck just to giving us a chance against some of these strong cards in the meta, but no one expects the Aetherize. I will say that. Drawing a bunch of these in a game will often let you win or at least hold out against some really grindy, really powerful decks that would normally just steamroll right over you. I love Aetherize in the current meta, and I think that it's only going to get better after rotation. So if you don't have Aetherize already and you play Standard, you should definitely get it. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into the games. I'll see you there. No 2-drops with this hand, but we have Spelunking on 3 into Tatiova and another Spelunking. And we go first. If we weren't going first, I wouldn't have kept that. So we'll just get our colors right. In general, it's better to have more blue sources because of the card draw spell that's based on towns. I don't remember the name right now. But Aetherize does not look like what we want against this opponent. Okay, we have untapped land. We had it from the beginning, but good to see. Spelunking, play our reactor town. Wandering Minstrel's good here. Depending on what they do, I might play that instead of Tatiova. Yeah, because Tatiova just dies here. So I can play the Minstrel. Possibly get a removal spell out of them. Another Spelunking, more ramp. If we draw a land, I'll play it. If we didn't, I might have actually held this to go with the Tatiova. Start drawing us some cards. Okay, so they're going to seal from existence the Minstrel. I'm fine with that because we can start getting Tatiova down. Okay. Tatiova. Great card, especially if it sticks around. I'm gonna play the in here, in case we draw an untap land. We did not. Or not an untap land, but 2-drop. Hit with that. See if they can kill it. Wouldn't be surprised if they can, but at least we've gotten something out of it. And if they don't kill it, the first thing we're doing is... Oh. Board wipe. Well, a lot of our value is in our lands, so we are kind of okay with board wipes. I can do this and poo-poo UFO. I can hold up transforming the gardens and hopefully making a treasure with the saucer, so not too bad. Unstoppable slasher, that's kind of bad. That's a hard card to deal with. Aetherize helps. Are they gonna kill it right now? If they use a cut down, I can save it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and transform that. They didn't have anything to do there, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate this. Yeah, no stick, so they don't have the removal. Paw Patch Formation. That can get back the Wandering Minstrel for 4. For 5 mana. I think that's worth it. Yeah, we'll pay the Lord. Getting that back not only makes us a chump blocker. I might hold this land just so that we can... No, we're about to draw. I'm gonna crew the garden here. Pass to combat. And attack. Which draws us a card. Ooh, okay, pretty good. I could kill the bat and get in. For 13. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna hold it though, because they could have oh, they're gonna take it. Well, there we go. They're down to 7, so that's not great for them. And this is dodges their board wipe if they have another Day of Judgment. Seal from existence. Okay, what are they gonna take? The UFO. Okay. That's what you want to see. I'll block here. Oh, a Tatiova. I suppose I should have held that. I could... If I destroy that, do I really care? No. I'm just gonna crew. Let's get that card draw first. Make 2/2 for blocking. Draw a card. Ooh. Omega's good here. Very good against the slasher. But if they have the board wipe, which I'm worried about, then we don't want to use it there. I think we're in a good position here. And they're really, by throwing that away, they're really telling me they have a board wipe. I'm just gonna hold. I can always Aetherize the Unstoppable Slasher back. Okay, they didn't have it. So if they attack here, I'm just gonna block. And then, do I want to get back my poo-poo UFO? Yeah. If I do, that cinches the game, I think. So we'll destroy this enchantment. Yep. Enchantment removal is a must in this format. Poo-poo UFO. And for good measure, we'll make it. Good game. Well, good game our opponent, because it was. It's always a good game when I win again. Win with towns, so there we go. Alright. Even though I only have 2 lands, I'm going to keep this hand, because turn 2 Wandering Minstrel is going to be really good. And Aetherize against green, that is very good. I need green. Green, blue, Wandering Minstrel, untapped land. Well... Actually, maybe I poo-poo UFO. If I Wandering Minstrel, next turn I'm untap land, Aetherize. Plus they're green, I probably don't have removal. Hope I don't regret that. No, so next turn I just untap land, and then... Oh, no, I should have done the Poo Poo UFO. Because that would let me play an extra land drop, get to that Aetherize faster. As it is, I'm just playing the Poo Poo UFO next turn. If they crack the Escape Tunnel here, that's huge. Oh my god, they're cracking it to turn this from an 0-1 to a 1-2? Do they play another land? Oh wow. They did not have a good hand. Okay. Just have to hope they don't draw a whole bunch of lands. We need to get up to 5 towns. The untappedness very much helps. Do I attack? No, they just block with the Chocobo. So next turn I'm at 5, because I can play both of these, and then I could Tatiova, unless I think I need to hold up Aetherize. If they don't play land here, then we're good. Ooh, that's gonna help them get that land. Yeah, that's a good one too. Okay. So I do. I'm not worried. I can take this hit. Can I take one more hit? I think I can. We'll see. They have like the that one guy who is a removal spell with birds. If they don't have him, we're okay. They would need like Escape Tunnel into that one land that doubles the counters, or that searches for 2. Ooh. That is bad. So that brings him up by 4 counters. So he's in there. But I can take it. Why are you looking at my Tatiova? Roping. Oh no. Bushwhack. Dang. I'm not blocking because I'm going to surprise for the next couple of turns. Can I poo-poo UFO? I can. So double UFOs. And a 2. We do need to draw some stuff. Okay, Bristly Bill. Land. Snakes can fail. Weird to just slam that out. Well, from the top of their deck, I suppose. Yeah, if they end up attacking with the Chocobo, I am going to definitely Aetherize it. Sack the tunnel. They're not. Okay, so I can be smart here, and I can force them to put counters where I don't want them to. Like that. And they think they've got it, so they sack the Escape Tunnel, so that Bristly Bill can put a counter over on the Llanowar Elf. Gotta do something. You gotta go for the win here. Great. Pick them up. And this land they can't use right now. Alright. Another Aetherize, so I can start powering up one of the UFOs. So now if I attack with both of these, they have to be worried about me just double poo-pooing. Kill them. Or they block, which I'm definitely okay with. They lose a lot if they block here. They won't have enough mana to play everything out of their hand. And we have an Aetherize on backup, so... We're presenting lethal with our UFOs. Okay. So they've got lots of land ready, but they've got to sequence correctly to really get the most out of it. And they did not. They got to sack one of their land. They got to sack their Fabled Passage now to play the Chocobo. They should have done Chocobo, then Zaw's Chocobo, then sack the land, because that would double trigger. Not that it really matters. They need a fight spell here. Really, they don't know it, but they need 2 fight spells. They just attack me with the Bristly Bill. They don't. Post-combat Fatal Passage, crack. I think our opponent is just unsure what to do. Man, the Aetherize messes people up. That's why it's so good against this deck. It just resets all those counters, and it can be really hard to keep missing your land drop. Plus, then you have to take like a turn or two and redeploy everything. See, they should have played the Chocobo and then done that. It would also shuffled away the top card if they wanted it to. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. Like, what? They have to have a fight. Oh, and they're tapped out. Now they traveling Chocobo. Well, some misplays from our opponent, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Because our flyers. Alright, good job, UFOs. Won us that game. Aetherize showing its chops for sure. So this is kind of an interesting hand. We'll keep it, mostly for tap land into untap land. Town Greeter helps us dig. We don't have any 3 plays, but we have an Aetherize, which could be really good depending what our opponent's doing. We'll try it out either way. I do like this art a lot. Never played any of the Final Fantasy games. Well, no, I played Final Fantasy X, I think. The online one. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Do we dare? I think we dare. Let's see if they kill it. They might just to get it out of the way. But that's them taking a turn off. Oh, okay. My Minstrel lives. And we can block here. Okay. We're in business. So I'm gonna Town Greeter. Pop Hatch is good against Slickshot Show Off. I'm gonna take that. Play it now. No, no attacks. Hold back the Greeter. I think future turns I'm holding up Aetherize and Pop Hatch. Oh, they're going for it already. Do they think they can kill me from 21? No, they're just exiling the top 2 cards. Boros' Charm can give double strike, yeah. So we've got to hold stuff up next turn. Hired Claw, I will double block. Okay, let's play the Reactor Town. I want to start playing I want to play my tap lands while we have the Minstrel, because I don't think we will for too much longer. think they're gonna hit it as soon as they can to get rid of it. Oh, it's only till end of turn. Wow, they were desperate for that land. So do I Aetherize or Pop Hatch? I think Aetherize, honestly, especially if they attack with more hasty things, like a Screaming Nemesis. I'm not gonna block. They don't have anything. These are going back to your hand, because that sets them back quite a bit. And another Pop Hatch? Oh boy, that's good. We just need one more. I'm hoping I can Pop Hatch and transform. No, because I don't have 5 lands, so it costs 3. Or 5 towns, I only have 4 towns. War Leader's Call, okay. And then they play the show off, and I blow them out. I destroy target enchantment. And the Slick Shot enters. Destroy target creature with flying. There we go. Yeah, and you can't even attack. Let's go ahead and start gaining a bunch of life. Tatiova into Ventures In. So we gain and draw. That makes a 2/2. And we're doing pretty good now. I can play the Reactor Town and then Omega for 6. Screaming Nemesis. Okay, I'll block with the Greeter this time. Double Screaming Nemesis. I'll take a 6 hit. Draw. Ooh, Overworld is good. Do I try to do that first? I maybe land drop this turn, so I'm gonna Omega. Tap one of these Screaming Nemesis for about an eternity. We're gonna attack with Tatiova because we're definitely not blocking with her. She's gonna gain us so much life here over the course of the next couple turns. As soon as we hit anything that gets us extra lands too, which we are likely to with Travel the Overworld. Okay, they hit double Slick Shot. That's kind of scary actually. Can't block those. We do have an 8/8, so we can block ground stuff. Yeah, Ooh. Do I kill the Screaming Nemesis? No, I don't actually. Whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. So I can let it hit me for 3. Am I gonna gain more than 3 life off of Tatiova? It's actually not a guarantee. So I'm gonna do that. It's the minimum. So I still take 3 here, but I can't gain life, so I'm stuck at 19. Which is a place you don't want to be against double Slick Shot. But I mean, I really think we're gonna be okay here. Okay. Poo-poo UFOs, very nice here for a variety of reasons. Helps us end the game. They're blockers. Just play another Town Greeter to get some lands. Good game, yeah. Yeah, once you start putting stuff down against mono red, if you survive past the first couple of turns, it's not like how it used to be. So, what did I think of this deck? It's a lot of fun, but it is definitely not top tier. It's not going to break the meta. You're not going to see this deck around. But if you love Final Fantasy or you just want to play with some of these strange lands, then I would definitely recommend giving this deck a try. It's incredibly cheap in paper, especially if you take out really the only expensive card, Spelunking. You can replace Dragonback Assault with Chocobo Racetrack. I did try that when I was playtesting the deck, but the ability of Dragonback Assault to sweep the board is just unmatched. But either way, I think Chocobo Racetrack will do basically the same for a much lower price point if you're just playing casually with friends. These 8 slots here that I have Aetherize and Pop Hatch formation, switch them out to whatever the meta is at your table. Whether you're playing on Arena, I would definitely recommend these for now, but if that changes in the future, switch them out for something better. Or if you're playing with your friends and you know what kind of decks they play, think about what kind of instant sorceries, whatever it is, that really counters what they're doing, or at least helps you survive for these ones. But either way, these are going to be good cards even if you just order them and decide to play it against whatever deck. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to leave me a comment with any decks or themes you want me to cover in the future. And of course, like the video and subscribe so that you can see more videos like this. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.